I always seem to have these deep philosophical ideas when I come down to the river and chill here by myself with the dogs. And I was lost in thought a little while ago about what it is that's making the things that I'm doing in my life at the moment suddenly just have like a sense of rightness, like this idea that it just is the right thing for me to be doing. And I'm trying to understand exactly what that is and try and define in words what is really like quite a strong emotional uh, aspect of my life. And the one thing that I think comes up for me and that feels important to me is this idea that I'm doing something meaningful. A lot of the work of Sigmund Freud is around this idea of the base of what drives people. He believes and has done quite a lot of work on it. Is the idea of pleasure, that essentially we do everything in our lives for pleasure. But if you've read Man's Search for Meaning, which is a book by Viktor Frankl, he survived the Holocaust. He was a psychologist before, and he spent quite a lot of time thinking about what it was for him during his time in the concentration camps, what it was that kept him going. And he argues that he's written a book subsequent to getting out of the concentration camp. He argues that at the base of the very thing that drives us, the thing that makes us feel good and important and that we ultimately strive for, is meaning, doing something meaningful. And he goes on to say, almost in contradiction to Freud, that when our lives lack meaning, we can sometimes fill our lives with acts of pleasure and things that feel pleasurable to distract us from this idea that our life may not necessarily have meaning or meaning as something important for us. And I know that's very true in my life. Um, I've filled my life with a lot of things that were hedonistic pleasures because there was a time that my life felt empty and I guess lacked meaning. So I don't know. It was just something I wanted to share. I'd love to know what you think about it, and I hope that you're having a beautiful Sunday wherever you are. I am loving the sun and the river. So it turns out that my thoughts don't stop, despite me stopping recording that last vlog. And here's another, just a little addition to that line of thinking that I had around meaning. And I think how it also relates to me is this idea that if you start to understand this in marketing terms, as you want to build a business or grow your personal brand, like one of the things that we do as marketers sometimes is we tend to push features and benefits of our product where at its most fundamental level, people need to be satisfied to things that are important in their life. So if you can start to do something that can help your customer align with their life and you align your marketing to getting them to understanding that using your product is going to change their life in a way that will be able to allow them to either directly by buying your product or engaging with your business or service, they somehow find meaning or you create meaning in their life. The other way is to tell them that by engaging with your business and the way that you're going to service that customer will allow them the extra time or the extra money that they may save to go and spend that time or additional money doing something that creates meaning in their life. And it's a really interesting little link for me to make as I spend some time trying to unpack in a couple of the projects that I'm working on. What is the thing that really drives our customer? What keeps them awake at night? And before we try and sell them a product, rather think about what it is that we can do to approach that customer from a position of empathy and to be able to serve them better so that we become indispensable to them as a business. And if you can get this way of thinking of um, creating meaning in your customer's life, either directly or indirectly, I believe pretty much any business should be able to do that. And if you get it right and you understand your customer well enough, I think it can be a pretty powerful marketing tool. So, yeah, I'm going to try to stop thinking about this now so we don't have a 10-minute long video of me rambling. Last goodbye from the river. See you soon.